Today's hottest music, 1017 The Beach presents the 1017 Project, celebrating listeners having a positive impact in our community.
The Ellen Hermanson Foundation has been around since 1997, helped to advocate for, raise money for, and support survivors of breast cancer. They usually do Ellen's Run every summer. This year, because of the pandemic, they're not able to do it in person the way they usually would. So instead, they're doing it virtually, which, you know, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. This is a way for people who might not have been around for whatever reason on the day of the race, or maybe couldn't get out to the location of the race. This is a way for everyone to get involved. People that maybe have never been able to participate can now participate in Ellen's Run because it's virtual. You can do it from home. Go online now to sign up, ellensrun.org. That's ellensrun.org. I had the opportunity to talk with the co-founder of the Ellen Hermanson Foundation, Julie Ratner, and of course, executive director of the Ellen Hermanson Foundation, and Cheetah Gomberg. They were both very nice, and we had a great conversation. Here's, let me dive right in. Here's the conversation. It's the new 1017 Project on 1017 The Beach.
So the Ellen Hermanson Foundation is something that we started in 1997, a year after the first Ellen's Run. And we called it the first annual Ellen's Run because we were so sure we'd be around for a while. And we have been. This is our 25th year. And the Ellen Hermanson Foundation is named for Ellen Hermanson, who was my younger sister. And in 1989, she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer and unfortunately did not survive. She died in 1995. And this foundation is my homage to her. She was really a spectacular, fantastic sister, human being, talented, gifted writer. And she had a 6-year-old daughter. And what made me want to start the foundation, there were 2 reasons. One, I didn't want my niece to forget who her mother was and say to me someday, I wish I remembered my mother. And the second reason is Ellen was an extraordinary advocate for other women with breast cancer. She was a writer, and she used her talent and her voice to advocate for other women who had breast cancer. And so she did not get to finish the job she started as an advocate. And some of this foundation and our mission comes directly from her work as a gifted advocate. So that's how it all began. And everything we do, we try to do at the highest level that incorporates who she was, her vision, her ethos, her aesthetic, her deep caring about people and her concerns that people have access to medical care. Because even in the early 1990s, she understood the discrepancy between people who have access to care and those who don't, and how different the outcomes are.
That's awesome. All right, so we found out the nuts and bolts, the beginning of the Ellen Hermanson Foundation, what it means, what the mission is. So now it started really with the run. And in my mind, the run is one of the the premier events on the East End of Long Island. It's something that all East Enders have at least heard of. They know about it. It's been going on for very many years. This year, for obvious reasons, is a little bit different. We aren't allowed to do things in close contact. I don't know if you guys can just shout your answer. Maybe Ann, you want to take the lead. What's happening this year with Ellen's Run?
So the 25th anniversary Ellen's Run will go on. It'll go on virtually. The run starts on August 16th, which is a Sunday, and it runs all the way through the 31st of August. It's very easy to get involved. You can run, walk, or donate. Sign up at ellensrun.org to participate. And once you've signed up, you can share it on social media. You can form a team. We're really encouraging people to start fundraising teams this year to help us make up some of that money we lost, just like everybody else with COVID.
Yeah, I've spoken with different. 1017 Project puts me in touch with so many incredible people. I do these conversations, these interviews, whatever you like to call it, with all sorts of community leaders and charitable organizations. And one thing that everyone has said to me is how since everything happened, since the pandemic hit in March, there's been in almost every category of charitable organization, anything you can think of, there's been an increase in demand, and it's not going away. Even as people's lives begin to get back to normal, the increase in demand, whether it be a food pantry, whatever it might be, keeps skyrocketing and going up. For someone that is interested in helping, whether it be through the run or beyond the run, how can someone get in touch, and what can someone do to help the mission of Ellen Hermanson's Foundation?
I think what one can do is definitely sign up for the run, be part of the run, be a fundraise for the run. This is really a grassroots event. When we've had the run in person. We've had up to 1,000 people come to the run, and it's a very it's an emotional, high energy kind of event, and it's our signature event in many ways because it's so accessible price wise. So one way to get involved is, even if you don't, you can, with the virtual run this year, you can choose the day you run between August 16th and August 31st. You can choose the course you run, the 3.1 miles that you run. You can choose the time of day or night that you run, and you can get people to sponsor you. So that is one way to, sponsor. You can raise money for it. That is one way to be involved. Going forward, and when COVID ends, we have a fabulous cadre of volunteers who really help us and help produce the events. Become a volunteer, become part of our family. This is an organization where I think there's deep camaraderie and friendship between people who are volunteers, and caring that goes beyond the actual volunteer effort. Obviously, become a sponsor for Ellen's Run. There are different levels of sponsorship for Ellen's Run. You can become a community booster at $500. You could become a larger sponsor for more money, and we will find ways to honor you. There are still giving opportunities for the Ellen Hermanson Breast Center, which is not part of the run, but it's something where if someone would like to make a more significant contribution, we can work with that person because we have other funding opportunities. We are really a very open organization. We welcome new people. We welcome new friends, and we will work with people to help them figure out how to best be part of our group. So I hope that answers your question.
Oh, 100% answers my question. EllenHermanson.org is the website, right? And I see that as soon as you get there, it's pretty easy to find the information about the virtual 5K. Is there any other ways for us to get in touch with you, social media?
Absolutely. You can get in touch with us on Facebook, Ellen Hermanson Foundation. We have an Instagram account as well, or info@ellensrun.org if you want to shoot us an email.
And we have a phone.
Hey, there you go.
212, the old-fashioned thing. 212-840-0916.
We'll make sure we share all that information with everybody.
May I mention that the first 500 people who sign up for Ellen's Run receive a free commemorative T-shirt and bib to wear while they're running, or to wear it at some other time. And this year we've upgraded to some a beautiful tech shirt. So you get something for your participation too.
That's awesome. So it's
a keepsake memento.
Yeah, I honestly, I know that the fact that the run is virtual is not for a great reason. We probably wouldn't like for it to be virtual, but I kind of like the concept of being able to kind of do this at your leisure from your own house, from in your own neighborhood, in your own town. And still support the run. You're still part of the run, even if you're doing it, you're kind of freestyling it, doing it on your own.
You're 100% right. And I've gotten emails and phone calls before from people saying, I so wish I could do your event, but I live in Chicago. I so wish I could do your event, but I'm not out here. This is the chance for everyone who ever wanted to do our event who's not in the Hamptons to do it. You can be in the Alps. You could be anywhere. You could be at the North Pole and do it. You can go be any place in the world, figure out 3.1 miles and do it. So this is a great opportunity. You can walk, you can run, you can crawl. This is a fabulous opportunity. So maybe this is great. Or
you can sit on your couch and just make a donation. Either way.
There you go.
Exactly. So there are so many ways to become involved and to do this, and I hope it'll be fun. And think how good you'll feel if you walk 3.1 miles. You earn that bagel, you earn that cappuccino when it's all over. It's great.
And we're encouraging people to share their results and tag photos of themselves in their Ellen's Run gear to Ellen's Run 25 or Ellen's Run 25 Survivor. Hashtag Ellen's Run 25 or Ellen's Run 25 Survivor.
I will be out on Sunday, August 16th, walking the old course that we always do every year at the run, just for old time's sake.
Yes.
And if I see a few old friends, I'll stay 6 feet away and walk with them, from a distance.
Right. So everyone's safe, and there's options. You get options. You can do that if you'd like, for old time's sake, or if you happen to be, like you said, on the North Pole, you can still take part.
Exactly.
EllenHermanson.org. We'll make sure that we share all the details everywhere that we can share. We'll make sure that we get people sharing their photos too as they take part in the run. When does it kick off? August 16th is the first day?
August 16th, anytime.
Anytime.
You can start 12:01 a.m. August 16th, really, anytime.
Anytime,
you want.
anywhere.